All right, what's up, everybody? Welcome back, James Espinosa Show. This is my official Cowboys versus Giants prediction. My official Cowboys versus Giants early thoughts as we sit here, as I record this, as I go live on this Wednesday, September the 6th of 2023. Make sure to subscribe to the channel at Sports Rush Media on YouTube, at Sir Edward James on Twitter, and all of the social media handles. Make sure to get in, subscribe to the YouTube channel at Sports Rush Media. Got to give a quick shout out to my homie, Mark Medrano, who created all my layouts, created all my logos. You can see right here, if you're watching on YouTube, you can see the nice Cowboys-themed colored layout. Yes, I am officially in Cowboy season here with the James Espinosa Show, and I just want to give my thoughts on the Dallas Cowboys for this 2023 season. I'm planning on going live every Wednesday, giving you an early preview of the game to come. I'm planning on going live on game days, possibly at halftime, but most definitely to host a post-game show for you out there who are just craving Dallas Cowboys content and who are craving Dallas Cowboys content from what I hope to be an objective viewpoint. I'm not one of these Cowboys fan sites. I'm not one of these Cowboys kiss asses who always thinks that the team could never do no wrong. I do not have blue shaded glasses on, despite the fact I'm wearing a Cowboys hat right now, despite the fact that there's a Cowboys flag right behind me, despite the fact that my overlay is Cowboys blue and silver. I don't wear the blue and silver shaded glasses. I like to keep it real. I like to tell you guys what it is with my thoughts on the Dallas Cowboys. And sometimes it hurts some feelings. Sometimes it doesn't. And quite frankly, I don't give a damn if it does or it doesn't. I'm just here to spill my thoughts as I see them pertaining the Dallas Cowboys. Now, Cowboys versus Giants, 7:30 Sunday Night Football, live from New York. It is week 1. And we got some things to watch for, guys. Some quick notes I want to get to before I get to my Cowboys season prediction and before I get to the Cowboys and Giants prediction. If you have any comments, get them in on the chat, get them in on the text line, whatever it is. Hit me up. Let me know what you think about the Cowboys 2023 season. How will the Cowboys do? Will they finally go back to a Super Bowl? Hell, will they even make an NFC championship game? I'm one of these guys who I don't even want to think about what would happen if they made a Super Bowl. I don't even want to think about how I would act if they made a Super Bowl. Hell, I don't even want to think about how I would act if they even made the NFC Championship game, y'all. Like I said on my Sports Rush radio show on News Talk KUIS here in Corpus Christi, put me in a padded room. Put me in a padded room if they even make the NFC Championship game, because that's how crazy I'd be during that game. I don't know what that's like. Majority of you guys don't know what that's like. Majority of y'all who are 33 years old or even younger don't know what that's like to witness them in an NFC Championship game and have actual memories of it. And if you try to pretend you are, you're lying to yourself, okay? A lot of you guys who are my age don't remember squat about when the Cowboys were winning, when the Cowboys were consistent. Now, what to watch for in this Cowboys game? Some quick notes about some of the players from the Cowboys. Brandon Cooks needs 1 touchdown to record his 50th career receiving touchdown. That's pretty dope. Brandon Cooks, we all know, with a 1,000-yard season here in 2023, he could become the first player in NFL history to record 1,000 receiving yards in a season with 5 different teams. He's already done it with New Orleans, New England, the LA Rams, and the Houston Texans. Could Dallas be next? With 53 passing yards, Dak Prescott will reach 25,000 career passing yards and join Aaron Rodgers as the only 2 players in NFL history to amass 25,000 passing yards and 1,500 rushing yards in their first 100 career games. With a win on Sunday, Dak Prescott will tie Danny White for the 4th most wins among Cowboys quarterbacks with 62. Dak Prescott set the club record for passing yards in a season opener when he threw for 405 yards in a win over the New York Giants in 2019. And check this stat out, because a lot of you guys like to think Dak Prescott just totally sucks. A lot of you guys like to think Dak Prescott ain't worth a damn. A lot of you guys will, quite frankly, lie to yourself and lie to others simply for clout and say that Dak Prescott's not a winner when, in fact, he is a proven winner. Since 2016, Prescott is tied for the 2nd most wins in the NFL against divisional opponents, going 27-7 in games started against the NFC East. Dak Prescott owns the NFC East. 27-7 mark against them, guys. I'm not exaggerating when I say this. When the Cowboys are in division, when number 4 is at quarterback, I got all the confidence in the world that they could win this division and win every divisional game, because they've practically done that over the course of 34 career NFC East games with Dak Prescott as quarterback. 27-7 record, but some of you guys like to lie to yourself and say that Dak Prescott can never lead the Cowboys to a divisional title. Now, if you talk about the playoffs, if you talk about going past the divisional round, then that's another thing. And I won't argue with you on that one, because Dak Prescott this year does need to show, in my honest to God opinion, does need to lead the Cowboys further than they have been in the past 27 years, or else I think we're going to see some massive changes this offseason. Yes, I believe we would if that does not happen. The heat will be turned up a little bit more. The Cowboys in season openers, 39-23-1 all-time in season openers, the second highest winning percentage in season openers. The Cowboys and Giants have opened the season against each other 11 times, with the Cowboys holding a 10-1 record in those season opening meetings. Since 2007, the two squads have met 4 times in week 1 on Sunday Night Football, with Dallas recording 3 of those wins out of the 4. And Dallas has opened up its season in primetime in 6 of the last 10 years, and this will be the 4th straight season that the Cowboys play their first game of the season in primetime, all broadcasted on NBC. So, with that being said, with the win on Sunday, the Cowboys would have 5 straight wins against the Giants, which would mark Dallas's 5th different stretch of at least 5 consecutive wins against New York in the 63-year history between the two teams. These guys have a historic rivalry. We all know what it's going to be with the Giants. It's going to be a physical, it's going to be a hard-fought game up in New York. And my take on the Giants is that they're not going to be a scrub team. They're no slouch. Brian Daboll is going to be entering his 2nd season. We saw what he did with them last year. Led them to the playoffs. We saw Daniel Jones, what he did last year. Picked up a road playoff win in a tough and hostile Minnesota. He went to the divisional round as well before he was bounced out. Him and the Giants were bounced out by the Eagles. So they went the same length as the Cowboys did. Okay? That's what the Giants accomplished last year. And they're not a slouch. This is going to be a close game. If you're a Cowboy fan and you're expecting a blowout, then I mean, you know, that's on you, but that's not what I'm expecting, because Daniel Jones last year put up career best in completion percentage, yards, passer rating, and interception percentage last season. His interception percentage of 1.1 was the best in the NFL, which was quite a feat for Daniel Jones, who had been criticized for turning it over too much. So he took care of the ball. And the new coaching staff did get the most out of his athleticism. Jones had 708 rushing yards last year and 7 rushing touchdowns. That's insane for a quarterback. Insane for a quarterback. So Daniel Jones, he's athletic, and if the Cowboys can't keep him inside the pocket, if the Cowboys can't make him a statue back there, then the Cowboys are going to have some issues stopping this Giants offense. Jacob's in here. Husto's in here. What's up, Husto? Husto's addressing the Astros. That's another topic for another day, but I assume Husto might be a Rangers fan, and the Rangers have been getting their asses whooped, so sorry, Husto. Yeah. Jacob's in here. Jacob says, last chance for Dak, better bring it. It might be. Now, Trey Lance is now in the building. A lot of people are thinking Trey Lance could be the eventual successor to Dak Prescott. Yet to be proven. Trey Lance needs a lot of work. Trey Lance hasn't even started more than 4 games in his NFL career. So Trey Lance needs a lot of playing time before we even ponder the idea of him taking over for Dak Prescott. But hey, big pressure year for Dak. I will agree with you, Jacob, on that. Big pressure year for Dak Prescott. Now, Daniel Jones, we've talked about him. Saquon Barkley is back with the Giants. Signed a new contract, 1-year deal. We know what he could do in one play. Saquon is very, very dangerous. The Giants also traded for Las Vegas Raiders tight end Darren Waller, who is very talented, can put up a ton of numbers, but he has missed 14 games the past 2 seasons. He's kind of a little bit of a hurt guy at age 31, but if he is healthy enough, he can make this Dallas defense pay. Cowboys are going to have to pay attention to him quite vividly. Another thing for the Cowboys to watch for against the Giants, something that you should watch for when you are watching the game on Sunday night. Giants defensive coordinator Don Wink Martindale has one of the highest blitz rates in all of the league. Matter of fact, the Giants had a blitz percentage of 39.7% last season. That is tops in the NFL according to Pro Football Reference. So the Giants will blitz you The Giants will blitz your ass. They will bring it. They blitzed higher than all teams last year, so they're not afraid to try and manufacture pressure through the blitz. And the Giants held their own last year when rushing the passer, finishing with 41 sacks. 13th in the NFL, but still, the Giants will try and dial it up when it comes down to it, and they're going to try and put some pressure on Dak Prescott. On the flip side of things, though, in 2022, Dak Prescott completed 69.6% of his passes when facing the blitz, as opposed to 65.1% in other situations. Dak Prescott is really good against the blitz. So if the Giants are going to try to dial it up, you got to be ready because Dak Prescott eats blitzes up all day. And I got a feeling that trend will continue if they do decide to dial it up, which they will, because the trends are telling us that the Giants will blitz Dak Prescott and the Cowboys heavily this weekend. Dak Prescott's dominated the Giants when they play each other. Prescott holds a career record of 10-2 against the New York G-Men when in head-to-head contests. And Prescott has won the last 10 matchups against New York, with his last loss coming in his rookie season, 2016. So, lot of numbers in favor of the Cowboys here. Historically speaking, in favor of the Cowboys here. And it's a new season. It's a new team. My official prediction for Cowboys and Giants on Sunday Night Football, as I said throughout this whole broadcast, it's going to be a close game. Give me Cowboys 24, Giants 20. The Cowboys pick up the win. The Cowboys start off 1-0 on the season. They go to New York. They get a hard-fought win, 24-20 against the Giants. Cowboys get the victory this weekend. When it comes to the overall season prediction, might as well get this one out the way, and then I'll wrap up the video. My overall thoughts on the Cowboys this season. I really do feel that this could be the year that they go further than they've ever gone before in the past 27. I'm not going to say Super Bowl. I will say, though, that by the time the year is up, the Cowboys have a 12-5 record or 13-4. I'm still kind of wavering. Give me Cowboys with a 13-4 overall record. They're that talented. The defense is ready to go. The additions of Cooks, of Gilmore, everything that the Cowboys have done this year has been pretty net positive for them. I think the Cowboys defense is ready to prove it. I think Dak Prescott's going to have a bounce-back year. I think Mike McCarthy's new offense, the West Coast, Tex Coast offense, will be beneficial for Dak Prescott in limiting the turnovers and limiting the risky situations. Brian Schottenheimer is going to be a breath of fresh air as an offensive coordinator. Tony Pollard is going to show that he can be a premier running back. Deuce Vaughn and Rico Dowdle are going to be nice running back 2 and 3 for the Cowboys. CeeDee Lamb, an all-pro year. Brandon Cooks, as I mentioned, Michael Gallup. The offense is primed. The Cowboys are primed for a huge season this year. Micah Parsons, I didn't even get to mention the freak on the defense. If he's not having 16 to 17 sacks this season, something drastically went wrong. The Cowboys this season, my final thoughts, 13-4 overall record. I do not think that the Cowboys go to the Super Bowl, though. I think they fall one game short, and I think they lose in the NFC Championship game. I think they fall one game short, but it's improvement from last season. It's improvement from last season, and that's all I can ask for. My final prediction, Cowboys 13-4 on the season, but they lose in the NFC Championship game to the San Francisco 49ers. The 49ers get them once again, but this time they will get the Cowboys in Dallas. And if you ask me, does Mike McCarthy still keep his job? I believe he does. I believe Mike McCarthy still does keep his job if the Cowboys should go to the NFC Championship game. And even if they lose, I think Mike McCarthy and company will be back again with the Cowboys next season. So there we go. Cowboys Giants, wrapping it up with my Cowboys report. Make sure to like my page, Sports Rush Media on YouTube. Follow me on all social media platforms. You can see all the information right there at Sir Edward James. Look me up, Twitter, X, whatever the hell they call it, TikTok, Instagram, all that good stuff. Follow us, though, on YouTube, Sports Rush Media. That's my Cowboys report. I'm going to be back on Sunday for a post-game Cowboys show, recapping everything Cowboys and Giants for you. So there we go. All right, guys, I am going to get out of here. Have yourself a fantastic night, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Let's go, Cowboys.